right, hey, happy Tech Tick Tuesday. Eric with The Loop here in Boise. Today I'm going to touch on something. I've touched on this briefly before, the difference between a touch panel and using a mobile device for home control. And I wanted to touch on this just because this last weekend, I actually have both in my home. And I ran into an incident that was, so to speak, frustrating. And when people think about using a touch screen to control their home versus a touch panel, a dedicated product, I wanted to just touch on the difference of those briefly, all right? So here we have an iPad, right? So if I wanted to do something like pull up the weather, okay? Let's just say I wanted to pull up the weather as part of my Control4 ecosystem, all right? Let's see how this would happen. So what I would do is I would, of course, turn on my iPad. I would go to unlock it, enter in my code or my fingerprint, okay? I would then go in and close the other app that I have open, okay? Right, so I'm on my home screen. I would then open up my Control4 app, go into my room where the weather is, pull up my forecast, and be able to look at that weather from my iPad, okay? That's one way of doing it, right? Gives you an iPad, gives you that same functionality. What we've found is that instead, when you have a Control4 screen, when you walk up to it, because it has motion sensing, it will automatically bring up the home screen. And all you need to do is click, and it loads your 5-day forecast, okay? Loads immediately. Is it a big deal? For some people, yes. For others, no, right? For me, I love it because not only when I walk up can I immediately bring that up, but the touch panel that I have mounted on the wall in my bathroom, my wife, for some reason, loves checking the weather every single morning. So what happens, and she's an early riser, so what happens every single morning at 5:30, the touch panel in our master bathroom automatically brings up the 5-day forecast, and it holds it there for 1 hour. So she can walk in, literally walk by, and see what the forecast is. Very valuable for her, saves her the time in the morning. She doesn't have to grab a phone, she doesn't have to grab an iPad. It's available right there. Same thing applies with some of the other things in regard to maybe adjusting lights, adjusting music. It's that immediate response, okay? Is it the always best solution? No, but there is definitely a difference there, and you want to make those decisions and think about that before you ever actually decide on whether you're going to use a touch panel or whether you're going to use something like an iPad. All right, that's your short tech tip for today. Have a great Tuesday, guys.